Hey, those of you who know me know how much I love a good piece of technology. Well, I tell you, I've got one of the coolest pieces of technology. Finally, I've been thinking about it for a couple years and just telling myself, look, it only does one thing. It's not that whiz bang. I have so many other things out there that do multiple things. Like iPad, it does so many of the things. In fact, it does the thing that my thing does. And the thing I'm talking about is Remarkable. And in fact, I went with the Remarkable 2. There's another one out, the Remarkable Pro. It adds some color, adds some more tech. I don't need any of that. What I need, though, is to replace my scratch pads. That's my bugaboo. That's what my downfall is scratch pads. I jot notes constantly, and I have stacks and stacks and stacks of scratch pads. And because of that, I lose things. I lose, where was that note? I wrote down that person's phone number, or I wrote down this idea I had for my next video, or whatever it was. The grocery list, whatever. I wrote that down somewhere, and I can't find it. And no, I can't get used to using Notepad or OneNote or anything like that because it's typing. I need to be able to write it. Just write it quick, jot it fast. And if I'm trying to explain something to somebody, I want to be able to draw a diagram. So I use scratch pads. And like I said, I lose them. But now with this Remarkable, yes, it's not cheap, but it is a lifesaver. I have gotten rid of about 80% of my old scratch pads right now simply by taking the stack and rewriting them. And then it saves the files. It can sync with your hard drives, your cloud storage, so you have all the pads, or you can simply erase it. As the video shows you, you can write whatever you want. You can change the pen. You can change the tip so that it's a fine point like a mechanical pencil. You can change it to something larger like a brush. You can do calligraphy style. I haven't played with that yet. And you can erase things easily. The eraser it's not a physical eraser. You flip to the other side of the pen and rub, and it erases. It's amazing. Or let's say you put something in the wrong spot, or you ran out of space. I do that all the time. I'll start writing something, and then go, oh no, I'm out of space. Well, you can just highlight the area, drag it down, get it out of the way, move it somewhere else. You can move it to an entirely different page, an entirely different notebook. I have a notebook, one for the morning, where I call it my rise and flow. And that's me. I get up in the morning, after I go outside and I take care of all the stuff I do in the yard with the chickens and the plants and getting back to nature a little bit. When I come inside, by that time, my head is buzzing with ideas and thoughts and deadlines and all kinds of things going on. So instead, what I'll do is I'll take a few minutes, and I'll sit down and free flow write. Whatever comes into mind. Whatever comes into mind, I will write. Obviously, I don't do like a to-do list or anything like that. It's just write. Whatever's popping into my head. And what I find it does, it slows my ADHD brain down because my brain is moving so much faster than I can write. So it forces me to slow down, to focus, and it gets me in just a great mental space to start working. And then the other one, like I mentioned, I do one in the evening that I call the big story. And it's usually 1 or 2 lines, that's it. It's just when I summarize the day, what is the big story of the day? Was it, we had a bunch of rain? It could have been that. It could have been I landed a big contract. It could be I went to the food bank and donated some time, did some service. Whatever it is, whatever at the end of the day, I go, yeah, this is the big thing for the day. It could be something bad, but most of the time, you know me, it's positive, right? But like I said, It's a lot more expensive than a piece of paper, yes, but I find it is so useful. And again, I went with the Remarkable 2 instead of the Remarkable Pro. So enjoy. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe or share, do all the stuff. All right, and keep it real.